Plato once said, necessity was the mother of invention. Well, Plato, explain this one to me. I'm willing to bet most of you have seen one of these before, or perhaps you own one. I received my first selfie from my parents on my birthday. Are we sure that's the name of these things? So there I was, selfie stick in hand. Are we sure there's not a better name for these? Stick, pole, knob, post, handle, gripper, grippy thing? I am so losing my G rating over this. With monopod in hand, I had to ask myself, do I really need this? Has society come to this? That's when I got this picture sent to me. Perhaps there is an outcry for just such a device. When you start to see these things in today's pop culture, maybe the real question I should be asking myself is, should I join the bandwagon or be left behind? Well, I decided not to let technology intimidate me, so I went for it. Turns out, there's a steeper learning curve to these things than I first thought. Now, I'm not embarrassed to admit my inexperience in operating this piece of technology, especially when my wife broadcasts it on social media. But I wasn't deterred. I pressed forward and went through many trials and errors until I understood and mastered this tricky piece of technology. Allow me to show you some of the things I've learned in my investigations. Have a firm hold when walking your dog. Tuffy! 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 I missed that camera. I did find this particularly useful in checking for hair loss. Yes! Avoid ledges when operating. I suggest not using one while driving with a passenger. Speaking of transportation. Never do that again. It's true there's many pictures you now can take because of these little gems, but maybe you shouldn't. But now I think I'm getting the hang of this thing. Oh, great. Once you put in your 10,000 hours of practice like I have, you can start experimenting with new discoveries. For example, there's a little hole on the bottom of this stick. That should allow you to combine more than one selfie stick together. That will give you a larger field of vision and a bigger reach and more possibilities for things like this.
You're getting really close to those wires, Dad.
Oh, they don't carry that much voltage. Or combine sword swallowing with esophagus examinations. True, it's effective, but it is hard to stomach. Stomach. I also found this useful in daily chores. Oh, sure, you can call me an expert on this piece of technology, but I must give credit where credit is due. I wouldn't have been able to make all these accomplishments without the loving support of my family.
My dad has definitely lost it.
But I don't think we've unlocked all the potential these selfie sticks have. For example, I decided to use the selfie stick to combine two things people like to do: communicate and eat. Mother of invention, meet your new child. Selfie sticks for roasting marshmallows. And you'll be the first ones to witness this. I don't know why I didn't think of this before.